You just lost the game. A tough one. You played well for most of it, but something went wrong along the way. So you do what every responsible chess player does. You open the analysis board. And the very first thing you do is click on the engine. Then you scroll back a few moves, you find the mistake, you see engine's recommendation, and then immediately think to yourself, how did I miss that? It was so obvious. But here's the problem. That feeling that mistake was obvious is not always insight. Sometimes that's a cognitive bias, and it's called hindsight bias. Once you know the outcome, your brain rewrites the past and makes the answer feel much more predictable than it actually was. And chess engines are perfect hindsight bias machines. Today, I want to show you why this happens, how it sabotages your improvement, and a simple method to overcome this. In 1975, psychologist Baruch Fischoff conducted a famous experiment. Subjects were given different descriptions of historical events and asked to estimate the probability of different outcomes. But here's the twist. Some people had to make their predictions without knowing what actually happened. Others were told the actual outcome first, and then they were asked to estimate how likely that outcome had been. The results were remarkably consistent. People who already knew the outcome thought that outcome had been much more predictable than the people who were not told about the outcome. And even when the researchers told them to ignore the outcome, they couldn't. Their brains had already written the story. What had once been uncertain now felt inevitable. Fischoff called this hindsight bias. And his conclusion was simple. Hindsight is not equal to foresight. Once you know the answer, it's almost impossible to remember how it felt like not to know it. Now you might be wondering, why does our brain do it? It sounds like a design flaw, but there's an evolutionary reason for it. Our brains are prediction machines. They are constantly trying to build the models of the world so we can predict what happens next. When an outcome occurs, our brain immediately integrates that outcome and updates its model. This is efficient for future predictions, but it comes with a big cost. It's almost impossible to remember how we thought before having that information. And that's exactly the problem we face when we analyze our games with engines. Think about what happens when you turn on the engine. Within a fraction of a second, we get so many answers. We get the evaluation, the best move, the reputation of our move. Struggle is over. The answer has arrived. And once the answer is arrived, our brain starts to tell a very compelling story. I kind of saw that. I kind of knew that there was a tactic. I was smelling something. I knew that my position was suspicious. Maybe, but maybe not. The problem is that you no longer have access what exactly you were thinking about during the game. The engine has contaminated the evidence. And if you don't understand your thinking process, you can't fix it. The goal of the analysis is not only to find better moves. Engines can do that. The goal of the analysis is to understand why the better move was not visible to you at the first place. Let me illustrate this from one of my own games. This position I had against an international master some years ago in a rapid game. It's black to play. Please stop the video and come up with a good plan for black. In the actual game, I was playing with the black pieces. I could not find the winning idea. I made some mistakes and later on lost a very painful game. There are many good moves for black, but one idea wins directly. And the idea is, first of all, to see the alignment on this diagonal. Black has so many active pieces, right? Beautiful coordination, domination of the only open file. These pieces are excellent. There is only one piece that is not playing right now. If you see the alignment on this diagonal, and if you saw your bad bishop, you could have found the move c4, forcefully win the game after takes, rook takes e4, clearing the c5 square for the bishop. After takes, bishop c5, the queen and the king alignment, pin and win. I lost the game. Later, I checked with the engine, and engine spits out the winning move c4. The answer has arrived. c4 is the correct move. How do we not fall for the hindsight bias in this position? If I told myself here is that, oh yeah, of course, I felt like there was a tactic here. I was searching but couldn't find it. But yes, it was in the tip of my tongue. I was almost going to find the move c4. Once you know that c4 solution exists, it's almost impossible not to see it, right? Then you can write a story in your mind. Hey, I sort of saw my bishop as a bad piece. I sort of looked at the idea of c4 and I didn't go for that. Or you can tell yourself, this was so obvious. How did I miss this move, right? That's what many people do. Once they see the solution, they tell themselves, of course, this was such an obvious move. How could I ever miss a move like that? Again, once we see that c4 solution was winning for black, it's very hard to take a step back and reconstruct what exactly we were thinking during the game at this moment. So how do we stop hindsight bias contaminating our analysis? One very good solution is, before looking at the engine, identify 2 or 3 very critical moments during the game. Maybe there were positions where you spent a lot of time, you felt uncertain, you felt the evaluation of the position has changed significantly. Then just write down briefly, what were your observations? What did you see in the position? What candidates have you calculated? What were your fears, if there were some fears about the position? Try to reconstruct it as objectively as possible before checking with the engine. You can write down some of your calculations. I calculated this line, I saw this line, and these were my evaluations of these lines. 2 or 3 moments like that without engine. Only after that process, you turn on the engine. Something interesting happens. Instead of passively accepting engine's output, you start comparing it to your thinking. You ask, why did I think I was better here despite engine says the opposite? Why did I miss this move where the engine spits out as winning? The engine is no longer replacing your analysis. The engine is helping you audit your analysis. And that's exactly how learning happens. Once you start looking at the engine, I will show you one more simple technique to get the most extractable lessons from your mistakes. Do you remember this moment where the engine told me I made a mistake by not pushing c4? c4 was a winning move which I missed against the international master. I felt that this was a critical moment in the game, but I could not see a way forward. Then I lost track of the position and I lost the position. A mistake in chess can have so many different causes. I came up with a method called the scan method to get the most relevant lessons from our mistakes. Here is how the scan method operates. Scan stands for, did I see it? Did I consider it? Did I analyze it? And did I understand it? N stands for understand. And here we must be brutally honest with ourselves. We should try to reconstruct what exactly we were thinking and why we made this mistake. For example, why did I not see the move c4 here? First question, did I see it? See it in this context simply means, did I understand the key feature of this position? I'm only talking about basic vision, board awareness. For example, the most important issue in this position was this diagonal alignment between the king and the queen, right? c4 is so powerful if you first and foremost see the alignment on this diagonal. Second question is, did I consider it? Once I see the most relevant thing in the position, did I then generate a candidate move that addresses that issue? Did I then generate a candidate move that could potentially exploit the diagonal? A stands for, did I analyze it? Which means, did I calculate that line which involves me to see the most relevant aspect and come up with a good candidate move? Did I make a mistake in my calculations, right? Because sometimes you can see the relevant feature, you can come up with a candidate move, but your analysis might fail. Maybe that was a visualization mistake. Maybe you missed an opponent's move on the second move, right? It could be that I saw the diagonal alignment, then I saw the move c4, then something went wrong in this line. Maybe I thought that white could react differently. Maybe knight d6 idea was possible for white, right? It can be truly possible that you saw all the relevant issues, you come up with a move c4, and then you failed in your analysis or calculations. And finally, did I understand it? Which means, did I properly evaluate the resulting position after my analysis. Imagine I saw the most relevant thing in the position, then I came up with the move c4, then I analyzed the position correctly, the key line, but then I made an evaluation mistake. Maybe I thought that white was standing better at the end of my analysis. Function of the scan method to look at our mistakes is we want to focus on the right methods for future improvement. A mistake in chess can have so many different causes. So identifying the right hierarchy of the mistake is a crucial step for us to have the right remedy to our problems. It's been almost 10 years since I played the game, so please take what I say as a grain of salt. But if I remember correctly, I did see the diagonal alignment here, but I did not consider the move c4, right? My problem was the candidate move generation that speaks to the position's requirements. So what should I do? I need to learn more of those typical ideas in those positions. Sometimes I can sacrifice a pawn to clear a square for my pieces, right? Actually, this was such a painful loss for me that I later created my course, The Art of Awakening Pieces, inspired by this mistake. I told myself, how do I get better in seeing those candidate moves that speak to the positional demands? Then I told myself, teaching is the best way of learning. Let's create a course about this. The entire course is about how do we make a pawn move to activate and awaken our pieces. How do you notice that this bishop could become a hero after you move the pawn to c4? So I had to increase my knowledge base in terms of middle game knowledge, positional patterns knowledge, pawn play knowledge, for me to solve my problem at the right level. Goal of chess analysis is not to figure out objectively the best move. Stockfish can do that better than any human alive. The goal of the analysis is to understand your own mind, your blind spots, your evaluation errors, your calculation mistakes. Hindsight bias is dangerous because it makes you feel like you're learning while actually you're rewriting history. And that's why such mental audit is so important. That's why brutal honesty is important for chess improvement. You must be very honest to yourself and recreate your actual thoughts during the game before turning the engine on. And even after you turn the engine on, if you're honest with yourself, as I showed you today, you can still get the most relevant lessons for future improvement. What are your thoughts about this video? Do you also turn on the engine immediately after you finish a game? I'm not saying to ignore the engines. They are simply too good to ignore in this day and age. Use them as smart training that challenges your thinking and offers objective feedback. Leverage their strengths to enhance your skills instead of offloading your cognition. See you in another episode.